Hey, friends, welcome to another episode of the Titan Business Builders, or should I say the Out and Proud Business Builders. And this month, it's a special edition of every episode because we are introducing our Titan Masters. The Titan Masters that will be there for you to answer any questions that you have in the Out and Proud Business Lounge, which is launching 1st of November. And if you want to know more about that, just go to our website right there and you will see uh, one of the landing pages and also information about the Titan Masters themselves. And now I'm going to welcome Peter. Peter is our Titan Master of Leadership. Hey, Peter, how are you doing?
Yeah, great to be here.
Yeah, it's great to have you here. And for people that don't know you yet, just give us a short introduction. Who is Peter and what do you do and why is leadership so important?
Uh, I think the first thing is that when you get to know me is like, oh, he's an Aries, definitely an Aries. Uh, so my personality is just like always, just kind of like right here, and I think that's just this thing of I'm a guy who likes to see results and get things done, and it's like let's go, let's go, let's go. So anyway, yeah, my name is Peter. I live in Los Angeles. And in terms of leadership, I've always been passionate about leadership since I was a teenager. I think like probably the first place where I studied leadership was in Boy Scouts, and actually they have very good programs around leadership in Boy Scouts. I actually went to a summer camp that was just a leadership camp for young adults. So anyway, point is that it's something that's just always been a part of me, whether as a captain of a soccer team or Boy Scouts, or then joining a yoga community and being a yoga teacher. And it's just something that's always been around me, which is studying leadership from others, being a leader, and all that entails. So
Yeah.
we just finished with Stefan a 3-month course around leadership for LGBT small business owners, and really taking a look at like, what does it mean to be a leader, how in our own lives, and how do we
Mhm.
apply these themes. So anyway, yeah, this is just something that I'm passionate about.
Yeah, absolutely. And that was an amazing ride the last couple of months within the queer leadership program that we ran together, and some amazing people in there. And hopefully, we will see them back also in the Out and Proud Business Lounge. Now, you're building, of course, your own business as well, which is gaywellness.com. So, and I will show the URL here so people can check it out for sure. But you are building this, but that's not the only thing that you have been doing. Of course, the last couple of years, you have built other businesses as well, and you also have another local business, like almost a brick and mortar business. Tell us about how that affected your expertise as within leadership and so on. How are you using that within your businesses?
Do you mean how I'm using all of these businesses for my
Yeah,
expertise?
or the other way around, like how did it help you be a better leader, and how is being a better leader helping you? You're building your
Well,
businesses.
so just to be clear, the way I pay the bills is I do massage.
Yeah.
Massage is a very one-on-one experience. It's I also, I teach yoga and work with people one-on-one, and some somatic therapy and healing. So like I've always had two things. One is the one-on-one, whether I was a
Mhm.
piano teacher or now I'm a healer and body worker. And that's kind of like really getting into people's lives on a one-on-one basis. And I mean, how does leadership impact there? Well, that's really it takes on this form of deeply personal consultation,
Mhm.
but I would say more the leadership for me is more in these other projects. So you were pointing to the website earlier, gaywellness.com. That is the business. So it's a platform for wellness providers, LGBTQ and LGBTQ allied businesses that are in the wellness domain. So I just want to break that down because what is wellness? Well, wellness and on the website, we have massage therapists, we have fitness and yoga teachers, hair and skincare, so barbers and skincare specialists. We have coaches, life coaches. Stefan's on the site. We have and the health and wellness categories, the last category, which is kind of miscellaneous. So everything from like medical spas to men's spas or sauna, LGBT spas and saunas, to acupuncturists, to chiropractors. We're working on getting doctors on the site. That's a big thing. People want to be able to find LGBTQ doctors. So basically you have these different categories and all of them are different industries, right? Like when we think about it, it's actually a website that is, the vision is to be a central hub for all these little micro industries, like the massage industry. That's its own industry. I'm a massage therapist. It's totally separate from the yoga world, and which is totally separate from the coaching world. So these are all these different worlds or industries, if you will, whatever word you want to call them. And we're trying to bring them all together on one platform so that it's, as one of my mentors said, it's like trying to offer the world a large buffet
Yeah.
of wellness providers. And it's like, here's this giant table and you can come and you can eat. And, you know, some people come and they want to eat, they want to have, they're more into the vanity stuff. I don't mean vanity in a bad way. I mean, like, I want my haircut and I want to get my skincare treatment, and then I want my massage. Great. And then you have other people who are more like, you know, I'm here, I want to get my coaching on and I want to work on my yoga because I need to fix my posture. And they're coming for that. The hope is that wellness is this. So wellness is this big fountain, or this, you know, and that people come and they want to, I don't know, that's a bad analogy, the fountain. They want to come and they want to eat these foods on the table, but they're looking at these other foods, right? So maybe someone is coming for their haircut, but they see, oh, there's a coach on there, and maybe they can book that coach. So how can we entice people to fill out their palette of wellness? This is something I'm very passionate about, is health and wellness of LGBTQ people. And I think that, so leadership for me manifests in that way of, like, honestly, talking day in, day out, every day with, small business owners who are in the LGBT community. How can they step forward? How can they step forward in their communities and build their following and offer their services? And then how can we as a platform feature them?
Yeah. And building a platform, you know that firsthand, is not almost always the easiest task. But I think you also mentioned that you have mentors that help you out. And it's something that we are also very passionate about within technology, is to provide this kind of mentorship to business owners. And you're one of them, right? So we are passing along the information and the guidance to anybody that is coming along.
I have 3 mentors. One is like strictly on the like financial side of things, just looking at, you know, like income, expenses, the whole thing. And then, like, you know, working with investors and percentages and all of this kind of thing. A lot of working with a startup is like, and a business model is like really carving out all the numbers. And then I have a more of like a vision and business model mentor who's like looking at like how to create a good fit for the market and So anyway, I'm learning. I feel like I'm in startup school, and this last 2 years I've just been learning so much.
So, and this is what you can also bring to the table, of course, within technology. If people have these kind of same questions and struggles and roadblocks that you have faced in the first couple of years with building a business like this, this is what we are also providing. People that are starting out their business, just like all of us, and just coming together and giving that kind of guidance. Now, in terms of leadership, Peter, what kind of topics would you say are important to talk about when we're doing these kind of leadership sessions?
So I'm glad you asked, because we need to get away from vagueness and we need to get more into specificity. And I always get irritated when people are talking about in these big general concepts. So leadership for me is really the first three things have to be established. What are these three things? The first is the vision, and that is the core why. Like, what is my purpose? What am I doing? Why do I do what I do? Not just what am I doing? Why do I do what I do? Am I a dentist? Great. Why am I a dentist? Why am I passionate about being a dentist? What is my story? What's the thing that gets me out of bed to do that thing? So really clarifying that and delving into that. And this is where people I just had just a quick story is that actually my roommate and I we did a I think it's okay to say here, we did a psychedelic experience in a very therapeutic, like ceremonial way. And what came out of it for him was a whole reassessment of the last 10 years of his life, why he was in the entertainment industry, and how actually the underlying motivations were not connecting to what he really wants to do, which is help people in a certain way to help people around a certain political issue. And so that led him to reevaluate that and then become a lawyer. So now he's going to law school. So just want to take it out of like this context of, oh yeah, like tap into your why. No, I mean like really unpacking the why we're doing what we're doing. And then, the deeper you go into that can cause some serious reevaluation. So that's the first thing. The second thing is then finding that the relevance. So when I say relevance, the technical business term would be product market fit, but basically it's making sure that whatever we're doing has a relevance to the world, that the world informs what we're doing. I have been a person who's always had these interesting ideas, and by interesting I mean like different, unique, like, oh, I'm going to combine yoga with music and compose music for yoga, or I'm going to do these solitary retreats for for people out in the wilderness. All these interesting ideas, but I was not listening to the world, and what I was just doing what I wanted to do, and that is not always going to find. Sometimes it will, maybe by luck, but it's not going to find relevance if we're not out on the streets literally asking people what are their pain points, what do you need. Like, I want to do this thing, but how does it meet you and your needs? And I think leadership is really about meeting the world where it's at, not just being like having all these great ideas. And then the third thing, just to finish off, is then it's all about execution. It's all about self-discipline. It's all about creating habits, structure, routine. Because essentially, when we talk about leadership, like everything is kind of empty and hollow if we don't embody certain things that are, essentially, we are role models and we are responsible for projects and other people, and we need to give direction and vision. And so what that means is waking up and having a set routine and having an orderly sense of, okay, first I'm going to work on this, then I'm going to work on this, and having our ducks in a row, but also having like a consistency to our work ethic, and seeing, okay, I'm avoiding this thing over here. Why am I avoiding this? Oh, because I'm afraid of it. So we get into the psychology of where we put our time and how we structure our time. So that's the third thing. But there's no point in talking about that if we haven't met the world where it wants to be met. And then prior to that, having really established at a core place what is motivating us. So that's kind of how I see leadership emerging from that.
Great. Yeah, great stuff there. And this is exactly what we have done in the Queer Leadership Program with the business owners that were there. And it's what we are going to bring to the Aaron Proud Business Lounge as well. So I'm very, very happy that you're there, Peter, that you are our Titan Master of Leadership. And if you are watching this or listening to this and you have any questions for Peter, you can get some answers. Head on over to our website and you will see a link to ask a question. and we will transfer that to the right person. Or you can just join the Out and Proud Business Lounge that is launching from the 1st of November. So that's less than 2 weeks from now. So happy to see you there as well. Now, Peter, I already want to thank you for your time and your information that you have shared with us.
Yeah.
I always end up the session or the episode with one last question. Peter, what does success mean to you?
A question. My mentor was well, because this has many applications. He was asking me, can I define success for, what is the next step for my business?
Yeah.
So I can give you two answers. One that is the more specific. So I would say for right now, it's for my business is winning the LA game. What does that mean? It means a certain number of businesses on the platform, at least 200-300, that are paying monthly subscriptions. So that is the financial concrete goal. It's why I moved to Los Angeles. It's why I'm here. That is the goal there. But on a broader sense, the other answer, what does success mean? I would say is that, essentially the vision that I started out with, which is to really create and cohere. I'm not creating. I should use the word cohere. Bringing together these different streams, these different industries of wellness on a platform, that the vision for that, really takes off. And there are a lot of factors for that need to happen, and I won't list them right now, but basically, essentially, hopefully you could step into a city, San Francisco, you could fly into San Francisco, or, whatever, Dallas, New York, Houston, eventually Europe as well.
Yeah.
We already have 8 cities in Europe that have practitioners that you could step in, get on the site and find what you need. And then hopefully also feel like you're part of a community. We actually have 2 events a month here. We have a massage exchange, for example, this week, and we have a queer sort of wellness gathering picnic in LA that is part of these practitioners and what they offer. So we're creating a culture and a community around wellness. And so, yeah, I think my success would be that it's become more of a movement, and, people know about it. And I think that would be success.
Good.
Seeing it manifest in the world.
Yeah. Good. There we go. Awesome. Peter, thank you again for your time and for being here. Again, if you have questions for Peter, put them in the comments, go to our site, or join the Out and Proud Business Lounge, launching 1st of November. Thank you, everybody, for watching or listening. I will see each other next week. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Stefan.